Hey guys, welcome back. Today is just a dreary day here in Austin. We have a huge winter storm in right now and we don't have any water, so my hair is in a bun because it's been a few days since I washed it. But I thought it could be fun to come on here and do another makeup video for you guys. It's been a while, and right now, just with how cold everything is and how dreary, I've been moving away from powder products and moving more toward solely liquid and cream products. Everybody has a different skin type. My skin type happens to be really dry, and the winter months just make it so much worse. And so I've been trying to keep away from any powder just to make sure that my skin's getting enough moisture, because the drier it seems to get, the worse it feels. So I thought I would show you guys a full face of makeup using only liquid and cream products. And honestly, that's a trend that's going on right now. And I thought, why not? Let's give it a go. So I started by priming my face with the No Pore Blem primer from Touch and Soul. I already put that on, just kind of let that sit for a little bit. And I'm gonna put some of my EOS lip balm on my lips just for added moisture. I like to put a lip balm on beforehand, before I put on any lip products, just to kind of give my lips a little love. Okay, so I'm going with the Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. This one is in the shade Cameo. So I think I can say that I have pretty decent skin for not needing too much coverage, and not everybody is that way, and I feel like I'm blessed to be able to just use tinted moisturizer and not use foundation for the most part. But if you definitely feel like you want to use foundation every day, please do. That's just not something that I wear every single day. I'm more of a concealer for coverage girl, but anyway, I feel like tinted moisturizer really helps me kind of even out the discoloration in my skin and just kind of give it a little bit of extra moisture without being as full coverage as a foundation. And that Mercier one is really expensive. Honestly, I feel like there are better dupes at the drugstore. If you guys are curious and you want me to try to find some dupes for the products I use, just let me know in the comments down below and I can try to find some really good dupes for you guys, because I care about makeup a lot. It's like a hobby, so I spend more on my makeup than, you know, is really necessary just to try out the fancy products. But of course, for every day, you don't need that product. And I just went in with the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. Again, this is another expensive product. This one though, I really feel like is worth the money. I haven't found any dupes like this at the drugstore, and I feel like it does for me a lot more than the Mercier Tinted Moisturizer does. Of course, you can find other things, there's the L'Oreal, they have a Lumi Glotion that is a comparable dupe. It's not quite the same, but it's really close, and I think it's $12 versus I don't know, $30 or $40 for this. And really, when you're out and about in the daytime, who's gonna know the difference anyway, right? So I think the best thing about using only cream and liquid products is that really you don't have to use a lot of brushes. And for me, that's a huge deal, because I don't like having to clean my brushes. I don't like having to bring brushes with me on the go and fill up my makeup bag. I'd rather just have fewer products. And also, if I'm not very careful about it, my skin will break out if I don't clean my brushes really thoroughly pretty often. So I'd rather just be using my fingers as much as possible with this. I think I only use a brush for my bronzer in this whole makeup tutorial. So if you are tired of doing brush cleanings and having a million brushes in your setup, then yeah, definitely go ahead and try using more cream products where you can use your fingers, because honestly, it's been life-changing. I use my ring fingers and my middle fingers around my eyes, especially because it puts less pressure on your skin. I think it's always good to be a little delicate around your eyes. I don't know if that really helps or not. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Okay, now that was like pretty much all the coverage that I'll do for this whole thing. This is like my base done, and it's just, you know, really easy. Okay, now I'm moving on to where the creams get fun. So this is the Cream Fenty bronzer from Fenty Beauty, and I have it in the shade Butta Biscuit, and I use it on a really big brush like this. And cream bronzers actually scared me for a really long time, so I just grab a bunch of the bronzer on my brush. Cream bronzers actually scared me for a really long time because I tried one at the drugstore that was not a very good one, and it was really patchy on my skin. But I'd been seeing all these girls on YouTube using this bronzer, and it looked so beautiful on them, and I was like, okay, maybe I need to like invest, because cream bronzer is like a new fad. It's not been around for a long time like powder bronzers, where it's kind of gotten down to the drugstore and the drugstore's perfected it. It's still pretty new. So I was thinking like, okay, if I go a little higher end, maybe I'll have better results. And sure enough, I did. And what I really like about it is it's very natural. It's very diffused. There's not a lot of like lines where you can see where the bronzer starts and stops. I find I have that issue a lot with powder bronzers. Where like I'll put them on, and because I have a liquidy base, it'll catch in the liquid and not, you can like see the big defined line difference. But I feel like with cream, because it's cream on top of a liquid, they kind of go together better, and it's a more seamless look. And I'm gonna take a little bit over my nose just to kind of round it out. So that's the only product that I use with a brush in this whole thing. And I think that cream bronzer is only like $20, so it's not like, you're not breaking the bank, and it's lasted me for months and months now. So I think it's a pretty good, worthwhile investment. And they have a pretty decent shade range for if you have deeper skin tones. That's one of the best things about Fenty Beauty. That's actually Rihanna's brand. She's, I feel like she's done a really good job of making sure that there's enough shade ranges for everyone, because that is really lacking in the makeup segment of the world. I don't know, makeup arena. Okay, so I just discovered this new, I don't think it's a new brand, but it's new to me, and it's a clean beauty brand, and it's called Ilia, and it's at Sephora, and it's a lot more natural beauty products. And this one is one of their like chubby sticks. It's called a multi-stick, and it's in the shade Ladybird. So you can use it for your lips, you can use it for your cheeks, you can use it for your eyes. This shade is like a really kind of rich one, and I just go straight with the bullet onto my cheeks, and I kind of put the blush exactly where I want it to go. Put a little bit on my chin, and then I use my fingers to just buff it up. And it's a very natural flush of color. That's another one. I think that one's about 20 bucks. And I think it's really nice. It lasts really well throughout the day. And I think it gives a really natural glowy hue without being too pigmented or too dramatic. So now for the eyes, my brows have been looking pretty full lately, and I don't have to do anything to shape them. That's a blessing, but if you'd like a brow tutorial, or you have questions about how to do your brows, natural brows, just let me know, and I could see about, you know, doing a video for that. So I guess for eyes, what I've been doing lately, so I go back into the bronzer that I have, and I take some on my finger, and it kind of is like a very cool tone brown. And I go back in with that over my lid. That's a really, I'll leave it at this, and I'll leave it alone for work. But if I want to have a little fun and kind of liven it up a little bit, I'll go in with this stick from Mercier. They have these sticks of eyeshadow, cream eyeshadow. They're called the Caviar sticks. And this one is in the shade Cocoa. It's a really rich, dark brown. And I take it out of the bullet with my pinky, and I get a little bit on my pinky. And I go right at my lash line, and I just kind of smudge that along my lash line for a little more definition. Well, that didn't go that well. Okay, there we go. Just for a little more definition along the lash line. I always end up getting some under my eye. Okay. Yeah, and honestly, that's the cream eyeshadow for me all done. I am pretty simple about everyday eyes. And for mascara, again, another really great one from Ilia. Sorry, my makeup was like so messy, it all sits in my bag. This is the Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara. Remember, these are clean mascaras, and clean really just means that it is like there's a lot of parabens and sulfates in other makeup, and this makeup does not have that. A lot of times it means that it's cruelty free, which means they don't test on animals. There's just a lot of good things about clean makeup, and I'm trying to gravitate more that way in my makeup bag, slowly but surely. And it's a very black mascara, which I'm not usually like a bold black mascara wearer, but you know, it's still pretty. I usually wear a dark brown mascara. I already have such dramatic eyelashes that I'm like, I don't know if I need any more drama in my life. And I try to take some on my bottom lashes. This is always tricky for me. My bottom lashes are long, and I always end up kind of getting everything everywhere when I do that. Okay, that's the eyes done. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, lips, duh. Okay, so this is a Dior lip glow oil. I think I got this in my last birthday. I was like splurging and wanted to try something new. And the lip glow oils are really cool because they kind of feel like a gloss, but they're still pigmented and they're not super sticky. And I think these are around like the $25 price point, I think. Yeah, well, anyway, this is like an all natural kind of, you know, easy to do makeup look using only cream products, and I only use a brush for one step. So really my makeup bag that I keep all my makeup in is really small. It's about the size of my face, and it still has like a bunch of room to spare. And this makeup is makeup that I like take with me to the office, and I do before I, you know, start working. I don't have to do it at home. It's very quick and easy. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.